Hi, my name is Kevin. Welcome to my garage today. You're looking at a 1967 Camaro that I purchased in 1974 and I was junior in high school. This is an SS RS 396 original 4-speed car. It has an M22 tranny and 410 rear, and the color is Bolero red. I was told in 1974 a friend of ours, Rick, had this particular car for sale. And in the process of being for sale, the car got stolen. Rick and his girlfriend were out for lunch, and actually in traffic, the car passed them in traffic. And then later, 2 days later, he found the car up in Hartford. It was partially in the Connecticut River. And when he got it back, the insurance company put the car back together, and then I purchased it. So it had brand new tires, all new Krieger wheels, and the setup is exactly the same. The motor at the time was a 307 two-barrel until we started changing motors. But it was still a great car to purchase with the original white deluxe interior. To me, it was a great find. So years later, we yanked out the 307, put in a built 327 out of a 63 SS Impala. The motor ran great. And a couple years later, I'm working locally, and the car gets stolen again from me at about 12:30 in the afternoon. A state policeman found the car up in Manchester lying on its belly. All the tires and wheels were taken off the car. The hood was ripped off. They had the engine unbolted, but the state patrolman scared them and they took off. Now it comes time to get the car back. Same insurance company, unfortunately, and we're going to start the restoration process. So this time we restored it. We chose a great guy, Tad from International Auto Body. He's in Wallingford. And we did the body work on the car. We actually only had one choice, was actually Bolero red, which is an original color. I couldn't go with anything else. And he did a great job, fabulous. He block sanded the car, primered it, block sanded again, and the show finish reflects a great job. So restoring the car this time, I always liked the idea of Dana Chevrolet. They made specific hood scoop designs. So out of the original car, I have this original hood done, painted, and up there in a box. But this is the hood that we installed. So out of the Great Camaro book, this is Dana Chevrolet. Much like Baldwin and Nicky, they took 396 Camaros and put 427 motors in it. But how do I make that hood? They don't make it anymore. So years ago, I went to auto body school at GM. I made it out of cardboard, looked feasible, making 6 cuts with a razor blade. So then we actually made it in person on our car. And I think it's a very distinctive design considering there's only 35 cars in the country with an original Dana Chevrolet hood. So luckily in 2021, we were chosen up at the Lake George Adirondack Nationals as a top 50 award winner. We were very delighted. Also delighted to hear that Dave Candiggett and his pretty wife were also at the show. So he always likes innovative design, so I was able to show him our Dana Chevrolet hood. And here we are. I'm pointing it out and showing him how he did it. Then he went to our car and actually saw it in person and signed all of our paperwork also. And he actually thought it was a fabulous idea. So here's our hood scoop design. Make 6 cuts with a die grinder, fold it in, and actually I had a local company help me make it up. But the big thing that has to be done is this is the cowl area that closes on top of the air cleaner. We drilled holes so when the air comes in through the hood scoop, with the hood closed, it goes directly into the air cleaner, providing more air for the carb. We actually had to rejet the carb twice to actually make it run great. What's unique about this car, not only SS, but it has an RS package also, which includes a deluxe interior. What you normally don't see on 1967s are a white, or they call it Parchment White deluxe interior. This one is mint. That's what was kind of rare. When you go to many of these shows, you normally never see a white deluxe interior on a 67. So what we have here is a standard 1967 with its Rally Sport white Parchment deluxe interior, along with the proper door panels, Super Sun tack, 4-speed shifter, along with a roll control. And it works very well. All the proper seat belts, and it's in very nice shape. So this car is a super sport and rally sport. This one has born with a 396. This motor is 396 balanced and blueprinted. Headers, aluminum radiator, and it runs very, very well. As you look around the back of our garage here, you see my collection of vanity plates and signs, and I've been collecting this stuff for many years. Vanity plates with Spike, Shaboom, Eva, Chabby, I'm Tacky. My wife's name is Susie. Gotta have that one. 67 Camaro from Vermont, Ron's 56. It's a lot of fun. Some really cool vanity plates with my Ruby, Ride Low, Lake George, of course. 83 My Toy, Foxy's, my mother, Mama, and Walk. It's always fun collecting this stuff. And my lover for Beach Boys, of course, we had to pick up a nice surfboard. It's always a lot of fun listening to the Beach Boys music. Keeps me very happy.
Let's take this car out for a ride.
Get on the other side, we'll head to Captain C's for some clam dinner.
She runs really good, Kevin.
Yeah.
So what's unique about the transmission in this car again?
M22, they call it the Rock Crusher. The gears are offset, so they whine pretty loud. I'm almost 65, but the kids today think I have a blower on this motor, and it's not. It's just the transmission. It's very close ratio, great for racing. They call it the Rock Crusher because it's bulletproof. It just doesn't break. Very distinctly when you're going up a hill, it makes a very big whine. Hold on 1 second, I'll show you what I mean. So in 1967, the standard 4-speed was a Muncie M21. M22 was not available in the Camaro until 1968.
Boy, she has to get up and go, huh?
Yeah, she really does.
Wow.
You're gonna see it on the drag strip. The front wheels come right off the ground.
Unbelievable. So Kevin, tell me the story. How did you actually get this M22 training?
So a friend of mine, Ray, had a 1970 Nova he was selling, and he had an M22 in his car. And I found out that he was selling the car, and I said, you gotta sell me this training. You just have to. So I found him an M22. We swapped it out. I paid him. And so I have two M22s, one on the bench, one in the car. One from a 70 and one from a 71 Nova. And so that's how I bought it, because he was selling the car. I had to buy it from him. Pretty well. It's kind of fun.
So how often are you driving this car now?
Not as often as I would like.
Obviously, you brought it to the Adirondack Nationals. Have you gone to quite a few shows this year with the car?
I have. It's always a lot of fun to bring it. A lot of people remark that it's not set up as a stock car. In other words, dog dish hubcaps, lowered to the ground. People like the idea that I actually kept the appearance just like I had it in 1974. And I've actually owned this car now 47 years, and this was the car I had in high school. So a lot of people can't say that. So, but considering it was a real SS, RS, big block 4-speed with the white deluxe parchment interior, those are rare. Gotta keep it.
So last year, Adirondacks, you were in the top 50?
We were chosen top 50 award. We competed for first and second place.
Yeah.
It was a complete honor to be chosen. A gentleman named Keith was the guy that actually chose me, I believe. A lot of it had to do with the hood. I was actually sharing that information with anyone who owned a Chevrolet. And we think it's the absolute best show in the Northeast. They do it up right. The staff all chips in, and for that entire weekend, they put on, to me, the best show in the Northeast. And right now we're heading to Captain C's. Really nice owners. They allowed us to do this shoot today. And as a kid back in the 70s, Captain C's was called Cos Cobbr. McDonald's did not exist in this town, so we had Big Top Restaurant, Burger King, and then this place called Cos Cobb, which is now called Captain C's. Nice people, great food. Never had a bad meal there ever. Nice people.